more to his lyrics than most. Hi, I'm Ray Williams. New album, A Feel Good Plunge. Agent Sasco home, but not alone on Hope River.
Grooving on a Tuesday afternoon at his very own home studio somewhere in Stony Hill with a brand new album recorded right here.
Yeah, we put your first and second and third, watch your blessings come forth.
Hope River, the successor to 2016's Theory of Reggativity, the once assassin not exactly left behind by the future Agent Sasco, but a somewhat somber Jeffrey Campbell, aged 10, covering for his later incarnation on the album cover. The sound reflecting the mix of producers and vocalists he's worked with, from Tribeca, Sasco and Upsetter to Dre Island, Stephen Marley and Glacier Robinson. But Hope River also reflecting Sasco's tendency to go his own way.
So one of the things that I definitely tried to do was have live music on all of the tracks. I get the most fulfillment from doing music that means more to people than just music. So over the years, anybody familiar with my work will recognize that there are certain songs at all times that is more than just music to me. People tell me all the time, too, boy, them play a song like Same Thing Again or Hand to Mouth, Forget Through Them Day, and that means a lot. So this album was done with also that in mind, and to me Hope River is also a river of hope. Yeah, so I look at it, and with a song like Winning right now, which also is featured on this album, sort of really sets the tone for what the overall vibe is.
But are people actually expecting that sort of vibe from a DJ? There are different expectations when it comes to a DJ and what a DJ is capable of.
Well, you know what, not necessarily. I think over the years I've done enough to take myself out of the box and the bundle, so to speak. I'm not limited by any label or trying to place myself in any corner. So I consider myself more an artist than a DJ. And I'm always a student of the music and trying to expand on my skill sets. So for example, on this album I'm doing more singing, and which includes sustaining the notes rather than bam 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 chopping them as a DJ. And so somebody like Siobhan, I made sure to record certain songs. He's here to say, boy, DJ, that kind of flat, that sharp, that sort of thing. Like I say, I'm a student of the music, and therefore, I'm always trying to maximize my potential and grow.
Growing up on the banks of the Hope.
Can't take that away from Sasco, currently content to tick his own boxes rather than pursue the big record deal.
I passed all that. I had an experience about 4 years ago. But no, I don't want to know. How long ago was it? 3 or so years ago, where a significant, big, proper major label send a contract come and them actually sign a contract for another song them. I go LA, me there Calabasas, and it's all fantastic. The man them say, just go back to Jamaica, hit the gym, come January morning, thing gone. Come March, no call, come April, no call. And I remember like 3 weeks, that sort of expectation, and then boom, nothing. That's significant disappointment. This was gonna be it, For months, I dream about this thing, I see it, I see everything is like, this is what every artist dream about. I remember I get up one morning, I'm wash my face, I'm looking at the mirror and say, then my brethren, all right, so the man on the call, they said, this is the end of you. You feel so this is all you have to contribute to the world. Stop your foolishness, man. This album and the last one, produced it myself, not waiting on anyone. And I find that there's great freedom in that. In other words, first thing a man might want to come tell you, if them sign you, say, you know what, we're going to need you to, sex it up a little bit. And them start, change who me want to be and represent. I'm not about to go down that road again. I've been there with record company, and them want me rub down my abs with coconut oil and things like that. My past that. So I want to represent myself, and if a company is coming along and them understand that, say, listen, we believe in what you're doing and what you represent, I'm all for it. But if you're gonna come and try to tell me about which demographic we need to appeal to and start talk all of that, not interested.
Sasco very different from the 17-year-old who started off as a DJ 17 years ago, but he isn't trying to rewrite the past.
Jeffrey Campbell, Assassin, Agent Sasco, it's all one journey. I never felt like I had to, do the what people might consider some of the things that you have to do. So that them tell me from morning, say I should have pierced my ears because the girls would like it and thing. That's just not my thing.
And they told you to clash with Cartel.
You know what I mean? All of that.
You backed out to that real fast.
Well, like I say, you have to choose your direction and have sort of confidence and self-assurance and strength to stick with it and especially for the long haul. You know what I mean? This is now almost 20 years. And most importantly, I know that my better days are ahead of me. In other words, all of that time, all of that assassin time and 10-year-old me time, all of that is really the steps necessary for the work that I am to do moving forward. So for example, I've never had a studio before dedicated to working whenever I feel like, right in the basement, we can come down in my pajamas and get it done. So how can I not improve and advance? And like I said, this album represents a lot of that.
Never give up and we never lose hope.
Press Sasco for an off-color soundbite and you get something like this.
I have to deal with the same kind of stimuli everybody faces. You know what I mean? You get bombarded by the good, the bad, and the ugly. The difference is, Anthony, and this is no sales pitch and no angle or what. What? Take it as it is. The truth of the matter is, man, I've gone through several years of frustration personally, and my, coming out of that and finding new tools for process the information that everybody have to process. I'm telling you that negatives and whatever, I'm going to process them different now. Somebody might come to me with a story and be like, DJ, hear that thing, you can't believe, say, Bridget, after I go around there and rare and this and that happen, and may I hear it, right? I'm going to see which part them do with the meds and everything. And I can remember when my mind would have processed it exactly like that. But then now, when I hear that and thing, it's like, all right, me hear what you say, but differently still, and you just process it a different way. So the one thing is that I wish everybody could have the same kind of processing mechanism.
I thank you, Lord.
But back to Hope River.
So you have these gospel elements kind of going on there, and these other sort of bouncy, Stevie Wonder-esque kind of,
Stevie Wonder is one of my favorite artists, by
and
the way.
moving in that sort of thing where you have to sort of, inspire young people and get them to think of themselves in different ways. You think people are going to be startled by this album? You think even after hearing Theory of Reggativity, you're going to surprise a few people?
Well, so going off the response that I've had so far with people, inviting to listen to the album, there is that sort of, wow, certainly not expecting this in terms of, like you say, I've been DJing for 17 years and people get kind of accustomed to what you do predominantly. And they're looking for that. Well, this is not that, as you can attest to.
Never sell out and never sell dope, no.
So it's something you're particularly proud of because you're surprising people, and people like to do that.
Of course, if you can still surprise people in a good way after 17 years, good job.
That's H.N. Sasco, packing more than a few surprises on his new album Hope River. Next week, recalling the face in the photo and dreaming of being a star.
Growing up on the banks of the Hope.
She's been toying with retirement and recovering from a protracted court case. But Tifa dining out on curry goat and champagne for a change of fortune.
A meal made of Tifa's latest album at a listening party in Kingston. The DJ around for 10 years, but curry goat and champagne her first album.
I mean, I've been toying with the idea of retirement, and I felt that if it is that I should retire, I at least owe my fans an album.
And speaking of albums, Rihanna said to be making a dancehall album. And dancehall represented on Queen by Nicki Minaj, but something perhaps broken at home.
Like, everybody wants to be like us and we're trying to be like everybody else. I think we need to just find back ourselves and come back to a place where it's not about buyouts and payola and alliances, and just get back to the music. Because if you look at things, Jamaica hasn't broken a record in years. If you look at the big records, the Craniums, the Charlie Black, the Hood Celebrity, even Dovey Magnum, none of those records broke in Jamaica, they broke overseas. So that says something about us. That says that we need to fix things. So having a selector scream out over the mic and giving you a hype on Instagram means nothing, because we're not transitioning. We need to fix things.
Tifa, like several other dancehall acts, spending more time in the US for practical purposes.
I live here, but I basically live there now also because there is, unfortunately, it's our music, but there is where it's happening. You know what I mean? But people, I think, we need to wise up, or else just like, and I don't mean to offend anybody, just like how the Japanese run with it, the Europeans run with it, and they don't need to book us for festivals or big shows over there anymore. That's what's going to happen. When what you think is going to happen when Rihanna put out a dancehall album? They don't want to hear we. Rihanna already have 50 million fans on Instagram.
Tifa acknowledging its benefits, but also training a skeptical eye on social media.
It is a great promotional tool. However, I mean, if you're not strong, you will not survive in this game because it also has allowed a lot of persons with insecurity to say and do as they feel. You know what I mean? And it's not necessarily positive. As well as social media has allowed people to compare themselves to others. Anything negative or anybody when I want to say, I don't follow. It gives us a comparison. Before you'd hear about, oh, Anthony's going to Europe. Now you're seeing everything play by play and you're comparing yourself, oh my God, I'm not doing as well because I'm not in Europe or I'm not, no. So I think, it feeds into people's insecurities.
Give me this something me want.
Hats off to Dovey Magnum, Hood Celebrities, Spice and Tifa, but the dancehall glass ceiling still intact.
It's easier for a man boss. When one boss, 10 man boss. You know what I mean? When a hood celebrity come out of the woodwork, there's a Raging King. There's a TJ. The Massacre. There's 10 man at one point and they still don't pay us. As much as we have to go out there and split and jump and flick and fix we here and buy the nicest clothes to go on the stage. Them can go out there in a jeans and t-shirt and say dash and them shell the show and get a bag of money. So we need to fix things. Sorry, I'm a Sagittarius. I just talk facts. Sorry.
Are you enjoying the game as much as you used to? What is giving you pause, but what is also keeping you in the game?
I was going through my whole retirement phase and, Supreme Court with ex-manager, and I was in a dark place.
Tifa in court for several years, but making an album helping her to get back on track.
Well, he took me to court. I don't want to delve too much into it, but basically it just boils down to greed. You know what I mean? Somebody exited the situation when something negative happened to them. And when something positive happened for me, they wanted to jump back in the situation, but life doesn't work like that, so they decided to take me to court. I was wrapped up in the Supreme Court of New York for 5 years. It's over now, and, we'll move on. I've been so afraid, you know what I mean, to know that somebody could have, violate you or do that to you. I've been so afraid. When you have people that are in it for the money, things get messed up, and when you have people that are in it that have other artists, they're going to just go where the money is and you're going to get neglected. So
what's the thing that can make the big difference for Tifa right now?
It was always my dream to go #1 on Billboard, to do what Patra did. And that's all I've been focused on. I just feel like if people had allowed me to do what I wanted to do, I would have probably been gone already. But that was all I wanted to do, and I'm giving it one last shot, so let's see.
So sweet.
I'm opening up now because if things go the way that they're supposed to go, I mean, J.A. Party, as much as people cuss the song, it has entered 3 or 4 big radio stations and on the mainstream playlist. It's doing really well overseas. It's on the A-list reggae for iTunes. So if things go the way they're supposed to go, then all will be well with the world.
Beer party.
I love music that makes me dance.